this is Shirley.
And this is Hong Yu.
Today we're gonna do a mixed media interior rendering. Why we're doing this? That's because I got a project that has a very sketchy sketch that I want to improve, and Hong Yu is very interested in interior design.
Yeah, interior design also is my major as well, so we plan to do the interior design.
We think that mixed media will be an interesting choice to do interior rendering and give a nice texture to it. Has a hand-drafted quality to it that we really like.
And also my plan for this class, I want to learn how to mix hand drawing and media together. So this is also our goal to do that.
So our plan was to use SketchUp as the baseline for the interior rendering, and then we're gonna print it on watercolor paper and color it with watercolor. And then we're gonna put it in Photoshop and overlay it with people.
Yeah, for our hand drawing, we use two. It's like watercolor, like that one, and the color in that. Oh. And this is the brush with paint color on our project.
I think it's pretty straightforward, and we'll start with some tools in SketchUp that is easy to use, and then we're gonna export it in PNG and put it in print it, and then put it in Photoshop.
Yeah, it's our draft here, and
Let's begin.
yes.
This is my original sketch. As you can see, the lines here are very loose. Perspective is a little off. The background shouldn't be so deep. But I like the atmosphere that it has as a watercolor sketch. We want to preserve the dark atmosphere. The wall, the ceiling, and the floor will stay in this darker gray color. And we still use yellow light and red furnitures. Next step, we're gonna use SketchUp to create baseline.
So in the SketchUp, we use Shapes, Push, Rotate, 3D Warehouse, Export as our basic tools.
You can find these two in the toolbar. First, create shapes. As you can see, you have choices of rectangle. You can control the dimension of the rectangle by typing in exactly what you want for the length and width. Next step, you can push and pull the rectangle to create a box. You can also use push and pull on other surfaces to create an extrusion of shapes. You can also use rotate to change the orientation of object. It will be really handy in the next step.
Because we did a coffee shop, so in the 3D warehouse, we are looking for some furniture like table and chairs to put in the coffee shop. So in the 3D warehouse, we tap in the table or chairs. So we added the tables and chairs.
You can find 3D warehouse either in window under 3D warehouse, or it's right here on the toolbox. Here we're finding a vegetable pattern for the handrail, and you can simply download it and load it in your project. First step, we created, and as you can see, you can use move and rotate tools to put the chairs and table in positions.
Next one, we also add some like walls and
In this snapshot, you can see the color is a little bit different. That's because we changed the setting of the face style. In export, you can change view, face style, and you have the selection of X-ray, Wi-Fi, hidden line, shaded with texture, monochrome. You can put your favorite one and then go ahead and export the file into 2D graphic. That's one of the easiest way to create a baseline for rendering. Because we don't want to have any color in the pictures before we start putting color in watercolor. So here it is.
Step 2. In this step, we also print on the watercolor on the paper. So in the first we use the yellow color as a light.
So the reason that you need to paint light first is because in watercolor you want to do the lighter color first and then go into darker color. Also, the front grounds will need to be color first, and then we can go into the ceiling, walls, and floors, which is behind the furnitures and handrail. As you can see, Hongyu did a great job making the light stand out from the background. The trick for that is to have the light very bright in the middle and a little faded on the edge, and then you frame it with darker gray color to make it really stand out. The first floor is brighter than the mezzanine level, and to do that you simply add more gray color on the background. And next one, we can then scan it or take a picture and then put it in Photoshop.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot in this project. So especially for the drawing, the painting, the lighting. So Sherry, she teach me how to do that. So for the lighting, in the center should be the light, and the other side should be the dark. So we also did our project in the Starbucks. So we to observe the light here. So that's kind of like to make our drawings kind of the real light. Then we scan our drawing in the Photoshop here, and we also add some human figures here.
There's some trick to put human figures in place. One is making them transparent to match the quality of this watercolor drawing. Also, you need to pay attention to the relationship of people and furnitures. On the mezzanine level, you can see a man behind the handrails. The trick to do that is to select a certain area and delete the person in that certain area that should be the handrail in the front. Hongyu will let you know how to do that.
Yes, I also learned something in the Photoshop, and also we focus on some detail because hand drawing is easy to make mistakes. So we in the Photoshop we do the kind of like adjust or change something to our drawing because especially like for example like the wall we used the brush, but it's not easy to control the water here. So in the Photoshop we to copy, we select a part of the wall and copy and place it to kind of to cover our mistake.
Okay, so a lot of us in Sketch created by SketchUp and watercolor. Here you can see the lights and change of texture created by watercolor. It's much better line work than the original sketch, and I'm really happy working with Hongyu.
Yeah, I also learned a lot from Sherry. I really enjoying this our project. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.